Sunram. Sunram finds an OC left pocket three on the way. Tickles a twine.
Now it's Maddie Bass on the drive. Bass, nice move, and Bass with an easy layup.
To the feet, Ruppel brought back down. O'Connor, though, lost the grab, and down to the mat. Ruppel with a chance for a pin with a minute 15. There it is.
Pick and roll, Kaloran. Hooks it underneath, and a bunny for Hannig.
Right side to Charlie Shaw. Shaw looks right, drives in, attacks the double team, and splits him for the layup.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to Gwinner, North Dakota, the site of today's Division B girls basketball contest between the number 1 ranked Benson County Wildcats and the home team, the Sargent County Bulldogs. We'll step aside and we'll be right back with pregame coverage you are watching here on yourliveevent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Manage what you can to overcome what you cannot. Farming is all about preparing your operation to be successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes to bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is your local LG Seeds and Dairyland seed dealership. They offer the latest traits and genetics in both corn and soybeans along with alfalfa. Anderson Seed Farms is also a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells Westbred spring wheat seed, which was the top-grown spring wheat in North Dakota last year. If you'd like to know more about these industry-leading products, contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at 701-724-3601 or check out AndersonSeedFarms.com.
Sargent Central Public School, helping others create themselves, things, and opportunities. It's home to a variety of wonderful opportunities, including a 24/7, 365 community wellness center, a 3rd through 12th grade smart lab, free pre-kindergarten, 1-to-1 student devices, and 12 weeks paid parental leave. For more information, please visit sargentcentral.org. Good luck, athletes, and good luck, Sargent County Bulldogs. Together is Central.
Want to welcome you into our Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. I am Nick Furch. I'll be joined behind the camera by Kinsey Olson here this afternoon. And the Stock Growers Bank is your small town bank and big time partner with the Stock Growers mobile app. Experience banking at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Bank near so you can go far with Stock Growers Bank. The number 1 ranked team in the state of North Dakota for Division B is the Benson County Wildcats. They're coming into today's game with a 16-0 record on this season. As for the Sargent County Bulldogs, they are 10-5 overall on the season. And earlier this season, you would have thought that this was a potential state either championship, quarterfinal, some sort of state matchup, as Sargent County was ranked as high as number 2 early on in this season, but some tough losses against tough teams such as Mayport, CG, Edgeley, Culm, Montpelier, just to name a few of those, is going to be part of why we currently see Sargent County trying to use today's game as possibly a propellant as they try and get their way back into the top ranks of the state of North Dakota. They are coming into today's game after falling to Maple River on a Thursday. The Raiders were able to pull that game off with a double-digit victory at home and seemingly clinch a number 1 seed for the upcoming District 1 tournament. That game for the Bulldogs came off of a victory against the Hankinson Pirates on Monday when they saw a majority of their JV getting to play in that one. So that was an exciting game for some of those players who have been cheering on this Bulldogs team from the bench, getting to see some meaningful minutes in that game on Monday. As for the Wildcats, they're coming into today's game after defeating Drayton Valley Edinburgh on Tuesday and defeating Griggs Dakota and Larimore the week prior. We will step aside and we'll be right back. I had a chance to talk to both head coaches prior to today's game, so we will hear a little bit of the recap from my conversation with head coach Brian Kenner for the Wildcats after a quick break.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
Your home for the North Dakota District 1 basketball tournaments is yourliveevent.com.
Up by one, bounce pass inside Cadoon. Cadoon takes the ball screen jumper from 14, got it to go.
The girls tournament tips on Friday, February 14th from Valley City State University. Boys tournament gets underway on Friday, February 28th at the North Dakota State College of Science.
Hand out now to Ray Shun. Earl takes the ball screen, left wing. Earl, dribble, pullback, three on the way. Nothing but twine.
That's the District 1 basketball tournaments on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
The Benson County Wildcats may be undefeated on this season, but talking to head coach Brian Kenner prior to today's game, he had mentioned that this is a team that has been building towards a season like this for quite some time. We'll get to the starting lineups a little bit later on here in our pregame coverage, but one thing you will notice is you will not hear any seniors for this Wildcats team. The lone senior on the roster, Haley Skeevers, is out for today's game. So this is a rather young team, only 3 juniors. Rest are freshmen and sophomores that have had a lot of varsity playing time and have taken their lumps over the years, but through a lot of hard work and effort, that is how Coach Kenner has been able to see this team turn into this number 1 ranked team in the state of North Dakota. And when I was talking to him about, what are going to be the keys for his team, what is going to be the element of success, what's going to get them a win here on the afternoon, one of his big talking points was defense and playing with pace. Right? Every coach that I talk to almost always says, got to play good defense, got to take care of the ball. But the way that Coach Kenner was discussing with me prior to the game was not only are we going to be playing, play our defense well, but we want to play with a very fast pace, a comparatively smaller team in relation to Sargent County. So how are they going to be able to use their speed and athleticism to be able to counteract that size and strength that Sargent County plays with, especially the ability of a player like Carly Cadoon or Ashlyn Sundquist to play down low on the block? How is that going to, how can you kind of take that element away by playing with pace and by forcing turnovers? So expect to see a bunch of different defenses, whether it be a regular half-court man, regular half-court zone, or some mixtures of full court pressures. That's kind of what Benson County has used up to this point for an area of success. And one of the other aspects that Coach Kenner discussed with me prior to today's game was the ability to not have to rely on just one player. He had mentioned that you've got players like Lacey Fouch, who is a freshman, adding a post element to this team, but Caitlin Maddock as well as Aubrey Kenner doing a good job of spacing the floor out, being able to connect from deep. Adding that kind of different element, that's 3 players. He said just a couple of nights ago he had 5 players in double digits. So not having to rely on just one person to score has been part of that element of success for the Wildcats. We'll step aside and we'll be right back. I had a chance to talk to head coach Randy Searstead as well, and we will hear more about the Sargent County Bulldogs after the break.
Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Hi, this is Jim, and with Bernie Berkemeyer, we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us in enchanting Ireland, June 25th to July 4th. Experience the ancient history, natural beauty, and the warm hospitality of Ireland. We travel across this beautiful country, visiting places like the Kilkenny Castle and the breathtaking cliffs of Moher. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
I'm a diesel technician.
I am a coach.
I am a firefighter.
I am a nurse.
I am a sheriff.
I am a loan officer.
I am a teacher. And together, we all know underage drinking has a negative effect on brain development. Let's keep substances out of the hands of our youth.
This message is brought to you by your Southeast Region Prevention Specialists.
The Sargent County Bulldogs are coming in with a 10-5 overall record on the season. As mentioned towards the top of the broadcast, they had been ranked as high as number 2 on the season, but talking with head coach Randy Searstead just kind of throughout the season, one of the main areas that he's talked about with this team, especially in comparison to the squad he had last year, is it's a little bit slower paced, a little more of a half-court style team here with the 24-25 style Sargent County Bulldogs. So what are they going to have to do to be able to win here and knock off the number 1 team at home, and what is their final home game of the season? He just talked about taking care of the basketball and handling the pressure that the Wildcats bring. That's going to be one of those areas where Sargent County has been pretty susceptible to turnovers throughout the season. So how are they going to be able to handle the pressure put on by Benson County? How do they handle the pace and instead take what has been their strength this year, and that is success in the half court, especially in their half court offensive sets. So how are they going to be able to keep this game from turning into a track meet? Coach Searstead has mentioned to me that Wildcats don't go too terribly deep in his bench, and he doesn't really either. So as you're watching, kind of pay attention. I'll try and point out if maybe the pace of play leads to some extra fatigue, especially, coming in, playing on an afternoon game towards the end of the season. Sometimes legs can be a little bit heavy. So for Sargent County, how do they avoid keeping this game from turning into a track meet? And as I mentioned with the Wildcats, they had a game where they had 5 players in double figures. Sargent County might not be able to have 5 players in double figures, but they've got to find a way to distribute scoring a little bit better here this afternoon. Carly Cadoon coming in, averaging 21 points on the season. That's the only player in double figures for Sargent County. Emma Bixby, the senior point guard, at about 8-9. Ashlyn Sundquist also at about that 8-9 points per game. But how do you find scoring in somewhere other than Carly Cadoon? We've seen it from Lee, we've seen it from Sundquist, we've seen it from Bixby all season long in different spurts. So how can they bring it together in a contest such as this one? We'll step aside, we'll just take a quick break, and then we'll be back with the starting lineups here. You're watching on yourliveevent.com.
Milner Grain understands that agriculture is your livelihood, and we're committed to providing you with the highest quality of services to meet your farming needs. Milner Grain has a passion for our community and the farmers we serve. Milner Grain is locally owned and operated. When you're looking for a partner in the field, look to Milner Grain. Call 701-427-5284 or check out Milner Grain's app with current up-to-date prices. Milner Grain is here to help you and your farm grow.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups here for the visiting Benson County Wildcats. They're going to be starting first with the 5'6" junior guard, number 0, Ella Fossen. Another guard, 5'7", freshman, number 1, Addison Fall. A 5'8" junior guard, number 10, Aubrey Kenner. A 5'5" sophomore guard, number 24, Caitlin Maddock. And at center, the 5'11" freshman, number 30, Lacey Fouch. As for the Sargent County Bulldogs, they're going to be starting first with their point guard, standing 5'2", a senior number 2, Emma Bixby. At forward, a 5'10", senior number 14, Liliana Lee. Another forward, a junior, standing 5'9", number 22, Carly Cadoon. A senior forward, 5'7", number 35, Sadie Newstall. And at forward for the Sargent County Bulldogs is the 5'11", senior number 41, Ashlyn Sundquist. That'll do it for our pregame coverage here. We will take a break as the anthem is playing on the floor, and we'll be right back with the announcement of the starting lineups. You're watching on yourliveevent.com.
At North Sargent School, we believe in empowering students for a bright future. From our caring teachers and innovative programs to our focus on academic excellence and community involvement, North Sargent is where students thrive. With small class sizes and personalized attention, we ensure every student gets the support they need to succeed, both in the classroom and beyond. Proud to be a part of our growing community, we're shaping tomorrow's leaders today. North Sargent School, preparing learners today to thrive in the future.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
The Sargent Central Dollars for Scholars chapter is a nonprofit foundation that supports academic success in the community. The mission is to mobilize the community on behalf of post-secondary education success for the students. Dollars for Scholars chapters help hometown students achieve their educational goals by raising scholarship funds, establishing endowments, and more. For more information, scan the QR code on screen or stop by the Sargent Central School District.
This game is brought to you in part by Dave and Jess Rasmussen family.
And now let's welcome the visiting team on the scoreboard, your Benson
Benson County Wildcats. Starting to guard, 5'6" junior number 0, Ella Bussin. On the guard, 5'7" freshman number 1, Addison Fall. On the guard, she's the 5'8" junior number 10, Aubrey Kenner. On the guard, 5'5" sophomore number 24, Caitlin Nana. And the center, 5'11" freshman number 30, Lacey Fowler.
Once again, the starting lineup for the visiting Wildcats: Ella Fossen, Addison Fall, Aubrey Kenner, Caitlin Maddock, and Lacey Fouch.
And now, let's make some noise for the home team on the scoreboard, your Sargent County Bulldogs. Starting to guard, 5'2", senior number 2, Emma Bixby. Number 4, 5'10", senior number 14, Liliana Lee. Number 4, 5'9", junior number 22, Charlie Cadu. Number 4, 5'7", senior number 35, Sadie Newstone. Number 4, 5'11", senior number 41, Ashley Sargent.
And once again, the starting lineup for the Sargent County Bulldogs: Emma Bixby, Lily Lee, Carly Cadoon, Sadie Newstall, and Ashlyn Sundquist. Starting lineups are set. It looks like Fouch and Cadoon set to tip off here in this one. And we are underway as Sargent County going to come away with the tip. Bixby running point here for the Bulldogs. Newstall gets it to Sundquist, guarded by Fouch. This is now Bixby. Working baseline, gets it to Lee. Nice little hook pass there as Liliana Lee gets the scoring started here for Sargent County. Bringing it up the floor is Caitlin Maddock for the Wildcats. Looks to be a 2-3 zone being played here, maybe a little bit of an extension. 3-point shot here from Maddock. In and out. Fouch with the offensive rebound. No good. Cadoon coming away with the defensive rebound. Cadoon crosses half court, gets it now to Bixby. Down low to Lee. Lost it, unable to handle it. Maddock poked away by Sundquist, and they're going to say last touch by Sundquist. So once again, a good find there to try and get it to Lee, just unable to handle it on that trip. Maddock gets this now to Kenner. Kenner back to Maddock in the corner. Now this is Fossen, back to Maddock up top. This is Kenner. Maddock left alone again for 3. Once again, off the mark. Cadoon again with a defensive board. Cadoon looking to push. Tried to get it down to Lee crashing, but good job by Addison Fall to step in front. Maddock, this is Kenner for 3. Her shot off the mark. So 0 for 3 from behind the arc for the Wildcats. Well, talking to Coach Searstead, he had said that a slow start is from the arc is, or just kind of from the field in general, as that's blocked. Gets her own miss is Cadoon. And a jump ball before a travel could be called. But a slow start from the field is something that Sargent County can really hope for from Benson County if they want to try and get off to a quick advantage. But turnovers and missed shots on the Sargent County end aren't going to really benefit all that much, as Kenner now has it on far side wing, gets the skip pass down low. Shot there from Addison Fall. Falls in, and that's going to be a chance for a 3-point play for the freshman guard, Addison Fall, as Ashlyn Sundquist going to be called for the first foul of the contest. So first trip to the free throw line belongs to Addison Fall. And the left hand shot up and good. Benson County taking an early 3-2 lead, and here's that full court pressure from the Wildcats as it's a quick turnover. Maddock gets it to Fossen. Fossen shot no good. Somehow able to get her own miss. Fouch shot fake from the just inside the free throw line, no good. And we're going to have a foul called on Ella Fossen as Sundquist turned into her as she was trying to clear that rebound. So foul on Fossen is the first one on her and the Wildcats. Kadoon working the middle of the floor, gets a screen from Newstol. This is stolen. Fall is going to draw the foul on Emma Bixby on the drive. So it will be Wildcat basketball underneath, and already the first two true possessions we've seen that full court pressure from Benson County has resulted in a Bulldog turnover. Up top and stolen there by Bixby. She's going to try and drive all the way to the rack, finds Sundquist, mid-range jumper, just a little bit strong, but gets the friendly bounce, is Ashlyn Sundquist. Good job there by Bixby, able to drive baseline and find her as this is a three-point jumper, no good. Fouch fighting for the offensive rebound, and she is going to draw a foul. She'll go to the line now to shoot two. Foul is the third on the Bulldogs, first on Liliana Lee, as Lacey Fouch will go to the line now to shoot two free throws. First one rattles in and out. And second one also no good, so empty trip there for Fouch. Kadoon bringing it up the floor after the rebound. Kicks it to Newstol in this short corner, no good. Nice box out there by Addison Fall, able to get the rebound. Maddock gets it to Kenner. Tried to get it down low to Fouch. Good job there by Lee, kind of playing that three-quarter fronting style defense to deny that post entry. Bixby gets it to Newstol, far side wing. Skip pass to Kadoon. Kadoon, mid-range jumper is good. First points for Carly Kadoon as Sargent County leading by 3 here nearing the halfway point in quarter number 1. And trying to throw that one away was Kenner. She's going to get it now on the drive, and she converts. Good, strong finish there from Aubrey Kenner as she's now in the scorebook for the Wildcats. Kadoon guarded by Kenner, and they're going to call a foul on the junior guard, Aubrey Kenner, her first, team's second. Lee gets it off the inbound, gets it now to Bixby near the Wildcat bench. Up top now, this is Sundquist. Sundquist floats that one off the rim, no good. Fighting for the board, Maddock coming down with it. Kenner has it far side wing. Gets the screen now from Fall. Swing pass in the corner. This is Fossen. Back to Maddock. Kenner guarded by Newstol. Gets the screen. Maddock. Three-point jumper for Maddock is good. Caitlin Maddock finally able to connect from the three-point line, and they now have a 2-point advantage. Here about 3.5 as good job by Bixby able to save it as she'll now get the offense set here for Sargent County. It's a screen from Lee. Bixby dumps it off, but Maddock able to step in front and get the steal. Poked away. Kadoon gets it over to Lee, and Lee's shot rattles in. Good job there by Kadoon to establish control, and good job by Lee running the floor. Tied up here at 8, 3 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Kenner gets a screen from, that was Fall. This is Maddock now over to Kenner. Her thought about the three, but instead dribble drive, floats it up, and somehow able to get that one to rattle in. So 4 points now from Aubrey Kenner, all coming in the rather difficult finishes towards the rim. Well, Bixby guarded here by Fossen. Dishes it now to Newstol. Newstol picks up her dribble, tries a dribble handoff to Bixby, just able to keep from crossing the half line, and foul called here on Aubrey Kenner. She tried to step in front, and that'll be 2 now for Aubrey Kenner, as she will likely be taking a seat. She will. So in for Sargent County, Mallory Bogart and Chloe Bogart. And in for the Wildcats is number 5, Isabella Ingstrom, as that's poked out of bounds, staying here with Sargent County. Bogart gets it into Kadoon. Kadoon back to Mallory Bogart. Mallory's drive, trying to get it out to Bixby, and that's going to be last touched by Bogart on that drive. Oh, Maddock steps right into a walk-up three-point shot. No good. Fighting for the board is Bixby coming down with it. Bixby hesitates it, gets it to Chloe Bogart. This is now Kadoon. Guarded by Ingstrom. Kadoon over to Mallory Bogart. Up top, this is Chloe. Back to Lee. Down low to Kadoon. Spins, shot, rattles off the rim. No good. Fighting for the board is Mallory Bogart coming in, and she is going to cause a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Bulldogs. Minute 39 remaining in quarter number 1. Wildcats leading by 2. Bogart gets it into Lee. Lee off the glass, no good. And again, Bogart trying to fight for it off of the rebound, but Maddock trying to dribble coast to coast, finds Fouch, and Fouch going to draw the foul. She'll go to the line now for another chance at a pair of free throws. Foul is going to be called here on number 5, Chloe Bogart, her first team's 4th. So next foul committed by Sargent County will send the Wildcats to the line. This time, Fouch able to connect on her first free throw. And 1 for 2 on that trip. Bogart able to save it, but Maddock comes away with it. Ingstrom now gets it down to, I believe that's Fall. Yes, it is. So now Maddock setting up the offense for the Wildcats. Again, left alone for 3. Instead finds Fall. Fall's drive, left-hand shot, no good. Kadoon bats the ball out, and Bogart coming away with the rebound. Mallory Bogart, that is, coming away with the rebound. Kadoon's drive, and they're going to say that she didn't have control there, so no travel called. Bogart gets it to Bixby. Bixby to Kadoon, short corner jumper from mid-range, no good. Mallory Bogart comes storming in, no good from her, as Fouch does a good job securing that defensive rebound. So a couple of easy misses, easy missed opportunities, blocked by Kadoon, and she does end up getting the rebound off the block shot. So good job there by Kadoon, able to defend without fouling and secure the board as well. But a couple of missed opportunities for Sargent County early on. Lee gets it to Bixby. Bixby's drive floats, and Bixby now in the scorebook. Shot clock turned off, just about 10 seconds remaining. Wildcats lead by 1. This is Fall, her three-point jumper, left short. Fouch comes away with the board, and they're going to say a jump ball. I thought maybe Lee had all arm instead of all ball. So lucky break there, as that would have been a second foul on Lee and send Fouch back to the free throw line, but still a sideline out of bounds now for the Wildcats. Just 5 seconds remaining. Fouch out to Ingstrom. Her jumper is good, and they're going to say 2-point shot there from Ingstrom, and that'll do it for the first quarter as Benson County leads by 3 on the road against Sargent County. We'll be right back with the second quarter coverage here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Sargent Central Public School, helping others create themselves things and opportunities. It's home to a variety of wonderful opportunities, including a 24/7, 365 community wellness center, a 3rd through 12th grade smart lab, free pre-kindergarten, 1-to-1 student devices, and 12 weeks paid parental leave. For more information, please visit sargentcentral.org. Good luck, athletes, and good luck, Sargent County Bulldogs. Together is Central.
13-10, Benson County leading over Sargent County here through 1 quarter of play. Right now, Aubrey Kentner is the lead scorer for the Wildcats with 4, and Liliana Lee also with 4 for Sargent County to be their leading scorer. Wildcats have 5 players in the box score. Sargent County with 4 players. Sargent County fans, if you're not sick of basketball yet, I know there was a 3-on-3 tournament down in Sargent Central earlier this morning, and this girls contest here in North Sargent, but Milner also having some basketball action today. We'll be streaming that on your live event starting at approximately 4 o'clock as the boys take on Napoleon Gackle Streeter over in Milner. So on the floor now to get things started in our second quarter for the Wildcats. Checking in was Delaney Schwanke, but otherwise you have Fall, Kenner, Maddock, and Fouch, as Newstall is going to force a tie-up with her feet, as you don't see that too often, as Kenner is going to be the one who is also in on that jump ball. So both Bogarts, Ashlyn Sundquist, Newstall, and Bixby on the floor for Sargent County. Newstall gets it to Sundquist. Sundquist up top now. This is Bixby. Her three-point jumper is good. Emma Bixby able to connect from beyond the arc. Not a strong suit, but definitely something she can do, as not getting back quick enough in transition is Sargent County, and that's going to be another bucket for Aubrey Kenner. She now has 6. Bixby to Sundquist. Her shot just too strong there. Maddock, another good rebound there from the guard for the Wildcats, as a three-point jumper this time from Kenner. No good. Chloe Bogart securing the defensive rebound. Bixby to Sundquist. One extra pass there from Sundquist to Newstall, as probably could have just went for the power dribble there, taking it herself, but you know, sometimes that unselfish play can be detrimental to a team such as that. So Maddock bringing it up the floor for Benson County. Again, she steps into a three-point shot and misses. And heard some people calling for a loose ball foul on Fouch there on the rebound, but normally officials don't call that one if there's no true box-out contact being made. Bogart trapped in the corner. This is Mallory Bogart, and she's going to draw the foul, as Addison Falls seems to be the guilty party. And it is on Addison Fall, her first, team's first here in the second quarter. So Kadoon and Lee back in. Chloe Bogart and Sadie Newstall taking a seat. Kadoon, deep three-point jumper, off the mark, no good. Maddock, another rebound. This is Schwanke. Back to Maddock, over to Addison Fall. Good job there by Bogart getting over. Kicks out back to Fall, and once possession is established, we get our first timeout of the evening, brought to you by Bank North. We'll step aside as Benson County leads by 2 on the road.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement, and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
15-13 the score here, as both teams able to get only one field goal from the floor. The three-point shot from Bixby and the bucket from Aubrey Kenner being the only points scored in this one. That timeout was brought to you by Bank North. Bank North has been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what value-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.com today. But Sargent County seeming to do a little bit better of a job against that pressure by the Wildcats. As for Benson County, they've not been shooting the ball too well from beyond the arc. Most of their success has actually been coming from the interior, where Coach Kenner thought that maybe they would have a disadvantage in this one. This is Maddock, near side wing, gets it up top to Kenner. Her three-point jumper is good. And just as I said, hey, they're struggling, Aubrey Kenner says, don't worry, I'll connect for you. She has all 5 points in the quarter, 9 total. Down low to Sundquist. Sundquist blocked from behind by Fouch, but they're going to say that she made contact. So it'll be a foul on Fouch, and Sundquist will go to the line now to shoot a pair of free throws. So that foul on Fouch, her first, team second. Able to connect on the first one is Sundquist. Usually known for her low post presence, but doesn't have too bad of a jump shot. So free throws have been an area of success for Sundquist. Ella Fossen just recently checking in for the Wildcats as the second free throw. That time rattles in and out. So Maddock pushing it. And good job there by Mallory Bogart, able to get a tip on it, but it goes right back to Maddock. And Caitlin Maddock now with 5 points. Lead the largest we've seen, it's up to 6. Bixby trying to feed it to Sundquist, and Sundquist almost saves it back to Kadoon. Maddock, this is Kenner, her three-point jumper is good. And she's heating up here for the Wildcats as she is now in double figures with 12. She's got 8 of the 10 points here in the second quarter for the Wildcats, and that's going to lead to a timeout called by Sargent County as they trail by 9.
Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is your local LG Seeds and Dairyland seed dealership. They offer the latest traits and genetics in both corn and soybeans along with alfalfa. Anderson Seed Farms is also a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells Westbred Spring Wheat Seed, which was the top grown spring wheat in North Dakota last year. If you'd like to know more about these industry-leading products, contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at 701-724-3601 or check out AndersonSeedFarms.com.
23-14, the largest lead on the afternoon for the Wildcats, as Aubrey Kenner just connected on her second triple of the afternoon. As I mentioned, she is now in double figures with 12 points, almost matching the team total for the Bulldogs with 14. So coming off the timeout, Sargent County basketball looks like a 1-2-2 full court pressure being put on by the Wildcats. Kadoon able to break the press, bounce pass to Lee, back to Kadoon. Kadoon, mid-range jumper, able to connect. Maddock to Kenner. Heat check three for Aubrey Kenner, this time no good. Kadoon coming away with the rebound. Gets it to Bixby running the floor. Bixby able to get the friendly roll off the rim. So 7 points now for Emma Bixby. Good find there by Kadoon running in transition. This is Fall. Her left-hand shot rattles around the rim. No good. Sundquist fighting for the board, able to clear it as Fouch and Fall were trying to press her for it. 1-3-1 zone as they try and jump the high corner there, as that's missed by Kadoon. Rattled around. Fouch finally gets it ahead to Maddock, looking to push. She slows down, pull back dribble, gets it to Fouch, out to Kenner. Maddock, her corner three, no good. So Maddock has taken quite a few open threes here all afternoon, just unable to get hot from behind the arc. Still just one made three as she's able to just get it ahead to Kenner flashing, and Sundquist maybe took a little bit more damage as she's going to be called for her second foul, team's first in the second quarter. So first free throws for Aubrey Kenner on the afternoon. First one is up and no good. Mallory Bogart checking back in, as Sundquist will take a seat, just making sure that she's okay. Second free throw upcoming. And again, in and out, as Wildcats have been struggling from the free throw line. Lee back to Kadoon, her jumper up and good. And just like that, Lee cut back down now to just 3. So 9-point advantage for the Wildcats at 23-14. Good 6-0 run to answer for the Bulldogs. This is Fall inside. And step through shot, no good. Kadoon, another defensive rebound. She's having a solid night, or a solid afternoon, on the boards for the Bulldogs. Kadoon, her drive, gets it to Newstole. Newstole's shot, up, no good. Good box out there, but Bixby runs it down, but it's going to go off of her leg and will be Wildcat basketball. That was a good box out there from Ella Fossen, just unable to chase down that long rebound. So under 3 minutes to go, Sargent County trailing by 3. Fouch, good little drop step move there by Fouch, and Lee coming up with the board off of the deflection off the backboard. Bixby hesitation, able to get through Maddock, bounce pass up to Bogart. Kadoon, her three-point jumper, no good. Fighting for it is Newstole. She comes down with it, passes it over to Mallory Bogart, and now Bogart able to score. She had a nice opportunity back in the first. Good to see her convert this go-around. As Kenner trying to find Fall. This is Maddock. That was Fossen to Maddock. Maddock's shot rattles around the rim. No good. Fouch coming away with the offensive rebound, and she gets fouled, and we'll go back to the line now to shoot free throws. 1 for 4 from the free throw line back in the first quarter. That foul is going to be called on Sadie Newstole, just her first, team's second. First free throw here from Lacey Fouch is up and good. And second free throw left short. So 2 for 6 from the free throw line is Fouch. This is Newstole. And she is going to lose her footing there. She's trying to save that one. So travel called on Newstole. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Maddock trying to get it to Fossen in the corner. Does Maddock back to Kenner. Down low, this is Fouch. And Fouch is going to get called for a double dribble there. I guess I didn't see her pick up the basketball there, but the official here at the top of the key, or at the top of the half-court set here, a better view than I, is going to catch Fouch taking that extra dribble. Mallory Bogart lobs it over to Bixby. Now rifled from Bogart to Bixby, other way around, as that's picked off. Fall. Out to Kenner, Maddock. Down to Fall as Fouch again, offensive rebound, battled off the backboard. Good save there by Newstole as Bixby comes away with it. And she'll slow up, gets it to Bogart, now to Kadoon. Kadoon again trying to find Lee on that opposite block, but good hustle there. Maddock getting the steal ahead. This is Fouch, and Fouch unable to convert and thrown off the top of the glass is Addison Fall's shot. So that'll be a turnover as Isabella Ingstrom back in for the Wildcats. And Chloe Bogart and Ashlyn Sundquist back in for the Bulldogs. There's over a minute remaining. Sargent County trailing just by 2. Bixby looking to get the offense set as we're under a minute to go. And trying to rifle it over to Chloe Bogart as it kind of skips awkwardly at her feet. So that's going to be another turnover for Sargent County. About an 18-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Could go 2 for 1 if you're the Wildcats. Aubrey Kenner back to Maddock. This is Fossen, Maddock, Ingstrom. Tipped away by Chloe Bogart, and it's going to be last touch by her. So we will stay here with Benson County. Well, still 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Still plenty of time to get a good shot, good possession for Benson County. Up top, Maddock, her three-point jumper. Once again, no good. Fouch, good, strong offensive rebound there by Lacey Fouch. Shot clock turned off. Bixby gets it to Sundquist. Sundquist driving on Fouch. Gets it out to Chloe Bogart. Bixby now left alone for three. Her jumper is good. Second triple for Emma Bixby. She's now in double figures. And slapped away. And they're going to say last touch by the Wildcats. So Ella Fossen somehow is able to get to her in the first place. Went through a couple of Bulldog defenders trying to slap it away. 2.2 left. Bogart with the pass up to Bixby. Bixby's shot, no good. As Sargent County trails the #1 team in the state by 1 at halftime. As Benson County leads 26, Sargent County 25. We'll step aside. We'll be back with some halftime coverage here from the first half stats to a look ahead as to what to expect here in the second half. And also a look ahead as the district tournament is getting ever so close for both of these teams. We'll step aside as the Wildcats lead on the road. 26, Bulldogs 25.
Sargent Central Public School, helping others create themselves, things, and opportunities. It's home to a variety of wonderful opportunities, including a 24/7, 365 community wellness center, a 3rd through 12th grade smart lab, free pre-kindergarten, 1-to-1 student devices, and 12 weeks paid parental leave. For more information, please visit sargentcentral.org. Good luck, athletes, and good luck, Sargent County Bulldogs. Together is Central.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
Your home for the North Dakota District 1 basketball tournaments is YourLiveEvent.com.
Up by 1, bounce pass inside Cadoon. Cadoon takes the ball screen jumper from 14, got it to go.
The girls tournament tips on Friday, February 14th from Valley City State University. Boys tournament gets underway on Friday, February 28th at the North Dakota State College of Science.
Hand off now to Rayshawn. Earl takes the ball screen, left wing. Earl, dribble, pullback, 3 on the way, nothing but twine.
That's the District 1 basketball tournaments on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
26-25, Benson County leading over Sargent County here through our first half of play. Looking at the first half scoring, we'll first look at our leading scorer for both teams, as Aubrey Kenner has 12 points for the Wildcats, including 8 points there in that second quarter, as she kind of was the main catalyst there for that big run that the Wildcats went on to get to their large advantage of 9 points back when it was about 23-14, I believe was the exact score. But since then, Sargent County has been able to whittle that down to now the 1 point deficit that you see, in big part to their leading scorer, Emma Bixby, also with 8 points in that second quarter. Very similar looking box score, at least in the sense of 2 threes and a bucket for Bixby to get her to the 10 points for Sargent County to be their leading scorer. Some other scoring so far, as Caitlin Maddock has 5 points, still a little slow to get it going from beyond the arc. She did connect with a 3 in the first quarter, but other than that, she's been unable to convert from beyond the arc. So she has 5 points. Lacey Fouch with 4, 2 for 6 from the free throw line, so leaving some points there at the stripe. And then Addison Fall with 3, and then off the bench was Isabella Ingstrom with 2. As for the Bulldogs, Carly Canoon has 6 points, Liliana Lee with 4, Ashlyn Sundquist 3, and Mallory Bogart with 2 off the bench. 13-10 the score after the first quarter, and then a 15-13 point second quarter in favor of Sargent County to be able to win the second quarter of action. Looking ahead to what both teams have going forward after this one, the Wildcats look to remain perfect, not only in today's game, but hey, if they're able to pull this one off, they have to go and face the number 8 ranked team in North Dakota, and also the second place team in District 4, as they will take on Mayport CG on Thursday. That game will be the decider for the number 1 seed in the District 4 tournament, and then they will finish off their season at home against TGU next Saturday. As for the Sargent County Bulldogs, they will travel to Ross Holt to take on the Tri-State Tigers on Monday before facing Shanley. I believe it's Shanley JV in NDSCS Bonanza game on Saturday before they end their season with a road contest against 13-3 Lemoore Litchfield Marion. I believe the overall number 1 seed in Region 1, also the number 1 team over in District 2. So good regional matchup, but non-district matchup to end the season and get ready for tournament play for Sargent County. So as we mentioned, district tournaments coming up. So I believe I got my days exactly right here. It will be 2 weeks from yesterday, the 14th, will be the start of the district tournaments for Sargent County. They are almost guaranteed the number 3 spot unless they fall to Tri-State, and I think Wyoming Lidgerwood's at number 4. So Wyoming Lidgerwood, even though they have lost to Sargent County twice, I believe there might be some interesting tiebreaker aspects if Sargent County loses to Tri-State. So for the Bulldogs, you lock up the 3 seed with a win against Tri-State. Don't have to worry about any sort of weird tiebreaker rules. And as for Benson County, they control their fate. They just need to beat Mayport CG on Thursday to have the number 1 seed in the District 4 tournament. Looking ahead to the second half, I mean, the Wildcats were able to get a 9-point lead, but Sargent County was able to weather that storm, and that was kind of one of those areas where we've seen, if you've watched enough Bulldogs basketball throughout the season, where that can be an area where this team has almost folded and let it get even more out of hand and snowball even further. So for Sargent County to be able to come back and play well, good shooting from Emma Bixby, As we mentioned, those 10 points, 2 threes for Bixby. That's a good start, but now how do you get players like Lee and Kadoon back involved in the offense? As Lee had 4 right away in the first quarter, Kadoon only with 6. Remember, she comes in averaging 21. And then as for Benson County, they're doing a pretty good job of getting the ball to Aubrey Kenner. She's playing very well, shooting the ball very well. The shooting from Caitlin Maddock, not the best, but her ability to facilitate and also get defensive rebounds and get some of these fast breaks going for the Wildcats has been very effective. Not to mention the offensive rebound effort by Lacey Fouch has also been something that's been working very well for Benson County here in that first half. Going to have to keep that going as the second half is just about ready to get underway. So both teams coming out of the halftime locker room. We'll see who comes out to start the second half. Usually you see them starting the same way they started the game. As Bixby, Lee, Canoe, Newstall, and Sundquist come out for Sargent County. And Fossen, Fall, Kenner, Maddock, and Fouch for the Wildcats. So both teams starting the second half the same way they started the first. And we will get this second half started in what has been an exciting first half of basketball. Maddock gets this out to Fossen, back to Maddock. Maddock back to Fossen. Maddock dribbles in, steps back, gets this up top to Fouch, over now to Fossen. Fall in the corner. Fossen, 15 left on the shot clock. Maddock, nice little dump pass there to Kenner, as that shot's no good, and they're going to have a foul called here on Lacey Fouch, as I thought maybe Lee just lost her footing, but they're going to say that Fouch pushed her first. So foul on Fouch, her second, in the first team foul for the Wildcats in the third quarter. Up ahead now, this is Kadoon. Kadoon waiting for Bixby to come over and clear. Good job there by Maddock, but Bixby able to break the double team. Maybe tip. Kadoon comes away with it. Sundquist drives baseline, and her shot no good. Rebound again by Caitlin Maddock. Up ahead, this is Fossen. Back to Maddock. Left alone for 3. Top of the arc is good. Second triple on the afternoon for Maddock, and her first since back in the first. We'll see if maybe a little bit of shooting during the halftime break will help Maddock catch fire. Bixby gets it to Lee in the corner. Now back to Bixby. Bixby is drive. Kick up top to Kadoon. Her 3 from the top of the key, no good. Lee coming away with the board. Newstall, mid-range jumper. Rattles in, no good. Good box out there from Ella Fossen, as Sundquist going to get called for the loose ball foul. That foul on Sundquist is her third, as it looks like Mallory Bogart's going to sub in, you would assume, for Sundquist. So Maddock bringing it up the floor. Gets it now to Fossen. Fossen over to Fall in the corner. Her three-point jumper, a little bit strong, but Maddock, weak side offensive board. Fouch with the offensive rebound, dribbles in. Her shot too strong that time, and Lee going to come away with the defensive board. Maddock getting her arm tangled in there, so foul will be called on her. Her first, team second. So a couple of open opportunities there gone by the wayside for Benson County. Newstall gets it to Bogart. Now to Bixby. Skip pass over to Kadoon. Mid-range jumper, a little bit strong. Good board there by Fouch. And Fouch threw that one away, so that's going to stay here with Sargent County. Mallory Bogart set to inbound. Gets it cross court to Newstall. Bixby over to Kadoon. Her three-point jumper this time leaves it short. Able to poke her own miss. Good bounce pass there from Bixby to Lee. Good find that time by Emma Bixby, and also a good effort there by Kadoon to keep that possession alive for Sargent County, as Lee now with 6, and we've got a timeout called here by Sargent County. Just a short one, so we'll keep it here. This timeout brought to you by Bank North. To see what value-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.com today. Quick reminder, Bulldogs fans, we will have the boys basketball game starting at approximately 4 o'clock JV start time. Helping me out with camera is Connor Olson. You'll be able to watch him in that action, as he is a sophomore for the Bulldogs basketball team. So he's pretty embarrassed next to me right now, saying to watch for him later on this afternoon. The 4 o'clock JV start time for the boys following this one. So Benson County basketball coming out to timeout. This is Maddock over to Fossen. Kenner now back to Fossen. Occupying the same space is Fall and Kenner, but Fouch, good job there by Fouch, able to convert there in the low post. Newstall putting some pressure on her. More of just a full court man-to-man pressure being played by Benson County coming off the timeout. Cadoon near side corner. Spin move, mid-range pull-up jumper, rattles around, no good. Fouch does a good job clearing the board. Maddock looking to push. Left alone for 3, hesitation, dribble drive, loses it on the drive, and it will be Bulldog basketball. Newstall gets it to Lee. Lee up ahead now to Bixby. Bixby, kind of a lob pass to Cadoon, and Cadoon able to get that one to go. Good vision there once again by Bixby. Cadoon now with 8. 2-point game. So Sargent County doing a good job hanging around Lee. Oh, could have been called for a foul there. And Fall is going to get tied up there. Possession arrow favors Sargent County. I was worried Lee maybe came in there a little bit late and was going to get called for a foul going up on the jumper, as Bogart has it, gets it over to Cadoon. Cadoon picked up by Kenner. Back to Newstall. Good pop up there by Kenner. Little dribble drive handoff action. Floater there from Bixby. Good touch. She now has 12, and we have a tie contest here as Sargent County knotting this up at 31. Maddock up ahead, this is Fossen. Fossen steps into the three-point shot, little flat, and Newstall able to get the board. Cadoon thought about getting it to Bixby. Finally does. Bixby into Newstall in the corner. And thought Newstall maybe already put the ball down, but they're saying that was more like a gather bounce, gather dribble there. So Ingstrom coming back in for the Wildcats, first time here in the second half, as we're over halfway through quarter number 3. Mallory Bogart gets it into Newstall, back to Bogart. Bogart, and good job there by Fouch to step out in front of that pass, as Maddock now bringing it up the floor. Over to Ingstrom, back to Maddock, left alone for 3. Her jumper is good. Second triple of the half for Caitlin Maddock. She is now in double figures with 11. Cadoon, shot from the free throw line, no good. Addison Fall coming away with the board. She clears and trying to get it ahead to Aubrey Kenner, and they're going to say last touch by the Wildcats, as we're going to have a timeout called here by Benson County, and we'll take one with them as they've reclaimed the lead, 34-31 over Sargent County.
Bernie Berkemeyer, we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us in enchanting Ireland June 25th to July 4th. Experience the ancient history, natural beauty, and the warm hospitality of Ireland. We travel across this beautiful country, visiting places like the Kilkenny Castle and the breathtaking cliffs of Moher. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
34-31, Benson County in lead. Turnover on that last possession there by Addison Falls, so it will be Sargent County basketball. Mallory Bogart gets it off of the inbound here. She'll try and break the press. Good screen there by Bixby. So needing to cross half court, finally does, is Bogart. Dribble handoff to Bixby, and they ran into each other, so we're going to have a travel called. So one turnover matched by the other. So back to Wildcat basketball. Maddock bringing it up the floor, and 1-3-1 being played this time by Sargent County. Fall, her three-point jumper is good. Fall's first point since the first quarter. Lead back up now to 6 for Benson County. Bogart. Over to Bixby now is Bogart. Bixby back to Bogart. Canoon. Drive, shot, off rim, no good. Fouch gets the rebound. Maddock now looking to push. Able to get past the pressure. Fall, shot fake. Leaves that one short, and they're going to say last touch there by Addison Fall, as Bixby was the one trying to get the board, as Chloe Bogart and Ashlyn Sundquist back in. Lee and Newstill will take a seat, and Ella Fossen back in for the Wildcats. Bixby bringing it up the floor, guarded by Aubrey Kenner. Bixby deflected by Kenner. Back to her. She's looking to push, and she loses it as she tries to go up the near sideline. Well, it has been a pretty stale quarter in terms of scoring. Fouch able to save it, gets it into Fawcett. Now Kenner looking to push. Bixby steps in front. Kenner able to split the double team, and she gets all the way to the basket, as she now has 16 points to lead all scorers. And we got a foul called here on the pass from Bixby to Mallory Bogart, and that's going to be called on Aubrey Kenner, her third, team's third. Timeout. Full timeout called here by the Wildcats, as they have now reclaimed an 8-point advantage on an 8-0 run since being tied at 31. Well, 39-31, Benson County leading over Sargent County.
I'm a diesel technician.
I am a coach.
I am a firefighter.
I am a nurse.
I am a sheriff.
I am a loan officer.
I am a teacher, and together we all know underage drinking has a negative effect on brain development. Let's keep substances out of the hands of our youth.
This message is brought to you by your Southeast Region Prevention Specialists.
39-31, Sargent County trailing here by 8. They trailed by as much as 9 back in the first half, able to whittle it down to 1 going into halftime, and eventually getting it tied at 31 all before this 8-0 run by Benson County. So if you're the Bulldogs, how do you weather this storm? How do you weather this 8-0 run? How do you get it to end, and then also start to get the offense back moving? We've seen it become stagnant here in recent possessions. Anong Dang, the 6'2 sophomore, checking in as Maddox steals it off the inbound. Maddox up ahead to Fossen, and Fouch able to get it on the far side, and she now has the lead to its largest. It's double digits now. Up ahead is Fouch picking that one off. Lob passes, lazy lob passes from Sargent County has kind of been their downfall here. Maddock throws that one up, and we've got a foul called here on Anong Dang, and that'll send Caitlin Maddock to the line for shoot 2. First free throw here from Maddock, up and good. Second free throw up and good as well. So Maddox struggling from the field back in the first half. Able to connect with 2 threes as well as those 2 free throws. She has 8 points in the quarter. Kadoon gets it up top to Bixby. Bixby able to find Dang and stolen again by Maddox. So once again, just a lazy pass by Sargent County resulting in a turnover. Fouch, shot no good. Dang coming away with or unable to come away with the board. As I missed a substitution during the timeout, number 22, Briley Stuberg, checked in, and she's going back now to the bench. As Fouch goes right at Sunquist. Her shot no good. Kadoon coming away with the board. Kadoon up ahead to Bixby, and that time maybe a lob pass would have sufficed, as it's going to be a turnover on the bullet pass, and shot clock turned off as Benson County on a 12-hole run now. Kenner trying to get it to Fouch. Good job there by Sunquist to poke that one away. Bixby going up the near sideline, loses it, and we've got a jump ball. And possession arrow favors the Wildcats. So Benson County basketball, once again, they're going to get a chance to score here before the quarter ends. Fossen back to Maddox. This is Kenner out to Fossen. Her three-point jumper, a little more arc than the first time. That shot's no good. Kadoon with the heave, and that is going to do it through 3 quarters of play as the Wildcats end the quarter on a 12-0 run. And they are looking to go on the road and keep their undefeated season alive. They're leading 43, Bulldogs 31.
Milner Grain understands that agriculture is your livelihood, and we're committed to providing you with the highest quality of services to meet your farming needs. Milner Grain has a passion for our community and the farmers we serve. Milner Grain is locally owned and operated. When you're looking for a partner in the field, look to Milner Grain. Call 701-427-5284 or check out Milner Grain's app with current up-to-date prices. Milner Grain is here to help you and your farm grow.
43-31 the score here going into the fourth quarter. Benson County on a 12-0 run to end the quarter. 17 points for the Wildcats in that third quarter compared to just 6 for Sargent County, as it has been a while since they have been able to score. 8 points in that third quarter for Caitlin Maddox. She now has 13. And leading scorer is Aubrey Kenner, as she has 16 for the Wildcats. Mallory Bogart gets it over to Bixby. Bixby tried to fire that over to Newstall, and that's going to be another turnover for Sargent County. As we always mention, taking care of the basketball is a key part, especially here when you're talking about high school basketball more than anything, and it has just been turnover after turnover for Sargent County during this 12-0 run for the Wildcats. Maddox down low to Kenner. Up top, this is Engstrom. Poked away by Sunquist. And Newstall able to secure it and bring it up the floor. Newstall gets it to Sunquist. Down low, this is Lee. And Lee almost too wide open there as she misses that layup. And stolen by Bixby. Bixby's shot rattles around the rim and falls. So finally an end to the run, and will Sargent County have one to match? To try and get back in, left alone is Addison Fall, as that one goes in, and she will have a chance now to convert a 3-point play, as we're going to have a foul called on the weak side there by, I believe it was number 3, Mallory Bogart. It was her first, team's first, as Engstrom will take a seat, Fouch will come in, and then Bixby will take a seat for Sargent County, and Kadoon will come in for her. Free throw here for Addison Fall is good. 9 points now for Addison Fall. Cadoon looking to push, and that's poked away. Fossen coming away with it. Fossen up top. This is Maddock. Kenner, Maddock steps into the three-point shot. This time no good. Cadoon coming away with the board. Doesn't have a dribble, so gets it to Newstall. Newstall gets it to Sundquist. Sundquist drive, gets it to Lee, and Lee, nice open layup there for Lee, and she now has 8 points. As we're going to have a timeout called on the floor by the Bulldogs. As they're looking to climb back in this one, they trail by 11. (46-35), Benson County leading, as their lead has gotten up to as high as 13. But it was not too long ago where it was tied up at 31 all, and since then a 15-4 scoring advantage in favor of the Wildcats. As we'll see if Sargent County is able to kind of turn the pressure on, as well as start converting some of these efforts on the offensive end. They've had some good looks during kind of not a full scoring drought, but during this 15-4 scoring advantage for the Wildcats. They've had opportunities, just unable to score. Fall, good baseline drive. Bixby, or nope, it's going to be secured by Cadoon, but Bixby almost came away with the board, poked away. Good job by Cadoon, able to be there to secure the possession for Sargent County. As Bixby dribble handoff to Mallory Bogart. Dribble handoff now to Cadoon. Cadoon tried a little pocket pass to Bixby driving baseline, and they're going to say it deflected off of Fouch. Mallory Bogart looking to get it in. Does to Bixby now in the corner. Up top, this is Sundquist. Her shot at the rim somehow rattles its way in. First points for Sundquist now since the second quarter. First field goal since the first. Fouch gets it over to Maddock. This is Fossen. Back to Maddock. And now you can see a little bit more pressure being put on. Fall. Doubled, poked out by Bogart. Kenner down low to Fouch, and Fouch able to get that one to fall. She'll go to the line now, looking to convert a three-point play. That foul on Sundquist is going to be her fourth, team's second, as Engstrom and Newstall coming back into the game. So 2 for 6 from the free throw line is Lacey Fouch. And with the miss there, 2 for 7 from the free throw line is the freshman Fouch. Newstall left alone for three. Her shot is good. First points now for Sadie Newstall. As, hey, maybe that three-point jumper is going to get some energy for Sargent County. We'll see if that can be at least something to give a little bit of juice to that bench and to this crowd. Maddock gets it over to Kenner. Back to Maddock. 15 left on the shot clock. This is Engstrom. Out to Kenner. Down low. This is Fouch, and Fouch left-hand finish, as it's been way too easy for Lacey Fouch down low all afternoon. She's now in double digits with 10. Bixby up top now. This is Lee. Over to Mallory Bogart. Good play there by Maddock. Lee steps into the mid-range jumper, leaves that one short. Maddock coming away with another defensive rebound. Maddock And she's going to draw a foul, as that's going to be called on Lee, the team's third. Addison Fall coming back in for Engstrom. That foul on Lee is going to be her second. So approaching the halfway mark here, as it has been all Benson County here in the second half, and Lacey Fouch has been a big part of that story, as she has been just dominant on the interior for Sargent County, or excuse me, for Benson County. Sargent County with no answer, as Lee is called for her third. Fouch going back to the line now, and misses the first. Second free throw upcoming for Fouch. And this time able to rattle one in. So Lee, good job by Fossen to step in front, but unable to save it. As Bogart gets it into Cadoon. Cadoon over to Bixby. Nice pass down low to Lee, as she's now going to be in double figures for the Bulldogs, as we've got a timeout called by Sargent County. To see what value-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.com today, as both teams, or excuse me, no, Sargent County now with just one timeout with just about half of the fourth quarter to go. So we'll see. I mean, if you're Coach Searstead, that's not exactly the position you want to be in, having this few of timeouts, or just this one timeout with this much game left. Benson County, they have only 2 remaining, but for them, they're a little more comfortable right now with the 9-point advantage. So not as dire straits for them up to this point. So right now for the Wildcats, 3 players in double figures. Addison Fall just 1 point away from joining that club. Maddock gets it over to Kenner, and stolen there by Bixby. Bixby guarded by Maddock. Bixby gets it over to Mallory Bogart, to Newstall. Newstall's mid-range jumper. Good touch there by Newstall. She's got 5 points now as a lead, down to 7. Was as high as 13, so not a full cut in half, as Kenner gets it now back to Maddock. Over to Fossen, tipped, and last touch by Fossen. So Sargent County trying to make a break for it, and that's going to lead to a timeout by Benson County, and we'll take one with them here, as it's a full timeout. Both teams now with over 3 minutes remaining, left with 1 timeout to go. Sargent County trying to make a comeback here, trailing by 13. They trail by 7 now, 51-44. Wildcats over the Bulldogs.
At North Sargent School, we believe in empowering students for a bright future. From our caring teachers and innovative programs to our focus on academic excellence and community involvement, North Sargent is where students thrive. With small class sizes and personalized attention, we ensure every student gets the support they need to succeed, both in the classroom and beyond. Proud to be a part of our growing community, we're shaping tomorrow's leaders today. North Sargent School, preparing learners today to thrive in the future.
Benson County hoping that a timeout here will stop any momentum that was starting to blossom for Sargent County, as the pressure is starting to cause a couple turnovers for the Wildcats. But expect to see the Wildcats turn it on here to try it and stop just any momentum or anything that the Bulldogs have brewing up to this point. Fossen guarding Bixby full court. Bixby unable to get that one to go off the glass. I think she was expecting someone to step up in front of her and didn't really have the angle to bank it in. Fossen over to Fouch, and Fouch throws that one up, no good, gets her own miss. Out to Maddock, her 3-point jumper, left short, but Fall gets the offensive rebound, but misses that one. So very lucky break for Sargent County, as Newstall's going to get called for the travel, as Isabella Engstrom coming back in. Ella Fossen will take a seat. Fouch going to draw a foul, and that's going to be 5. So the Wildcats are going to be shooting free throws for the next 2 minutes and 41 seconds. And, I mean, I guess if you want to foul anyone tonight, it's Lacey Fouch. She's been struggling, but able to connect on that one. No good that time. So 4 from 11 from the free throw line is Lacey Fouch. So if you're going to foul anyone, if you're Sargent County, that's the one person that right now you might feel comfortable doing that for. Maddock able to get the steal and break the press. Down low to Fouch. And again, Fouch going to draw the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Sadie Newstill going to get called for the foul, her second. First free throw for Fouch, up and good. Second free throw upcoming. 2 for 2 on that trip. Good job there by the freshman Fouch, able to convert. Stolen by Maddock, and what can you say about the second half performance here from Caitlin Maddock? Bixby gets it to Mallory Bogart. Lee able to convert on that one. She now has 12 points. Poked away by Newstill, not stolen, however. And Kadoon steps in front. She is going to foul Addison Fall kind of on that hip check there as she was trying to get the steal. So now Fall will go to the line to shoot free throws. 2 for 2 so far on the afternoon for the freshman Fall. First free throw for Fall, up and good. She's now in double figures. Two for 2, 4 for 4 on the afternoon is Addison Fall. She now has 11. Up ahead, this is Bixby. Bixby to Lee. Lee loses it. Fouch coming away with the steal. Maddock. Now, if you're Benson County, you just need to control the clock and try and whittle away as much time as you can. Kenner, this is Fall in the corner. Gets it to Engstrom at the elbow. Maddock to Engstrom. Engstrom out to Kenner. Under 10 on the shot clock, and we're going to have a foul on the drive. If they call it on Lee, I believe that's going to be her 4th. It is. So Aubrey Kenner now going to the free throw line. Over 2 on her previous trip to the free throw line. That was back in the second quarter. First one up and good. One for 2 on that trip. Up ahead, this is Mallory Bogart. Lee, her three-point jumper, a little bit strong. Newstill comes flying in for the board, gets it to Kadoon, and Kadoon with her first points here in the fourth quarter, and she is now in double figures. So final timeout called by Sargent County as they trail by 11. Minute 10 remaining on the game clock. So as we look ahead to the final 70 seconds of this one, I mean, if you're Sargent County, you either try and foul and just extend this game, turn it into a free throw competition, or you just try and cause as many traps, possible turnover situations as you can in an attempt to at least turn the ball over, get yourself a chance without allowing the Wildcats to just keep adding to their point total from the free throw line. So we'll see how Coach Searstead plans to play this. If you're a head coach, Brian Kenner, you're just telling your team, hey, we need to take as much time off the shot clock as we can. They did a good job on that last possession, able to do so. Kenner jumped. Newstall unable to get to that one. Fall is going to be fouled by Newstall. So Lee, the only one with 4 fouls on the floor. Everyone else has about 2 or 3, as Newstall just picking up her 3rd. So as long as Lee's not the one fouling, you're not too concerned if you are Coach Searstead. First free throw from Fall, no good. Only 9 seconds went off the clock there for Benson County. Second free throw, no good. Fighting for the board is Fouch and Lee. And they're going to say last touch by Lee, so it'll be Benson County basketball. This is Maddock. Bogart trying to get a steal. Cadoon jumps in front. This is Fouch, and that foul on Newsel will now be her 4th. So Fouch 6 for 13 from the free throw line. Misses the first. So about 20 seconds gone on this true possession, even with that ball going out of bounds earlier. So friendly roll that time for Fouch. So Sargent County, you got to go. Trailing by 12. Not much of a chance here, but never know until the game's over. Cadoon deflected, and last touch by the Wildcats. This is Bixby up top. Gets a screen from Cadoon. Bixby shoots the 3. That's off the mark. No good. Rebound by Lee. And they're going to say that Addison Fall was out of bounds when she made contact with the basketball, so Sargent County will remain with possession here. Bogart into Bixby. Gets it to Cadoon. Her 3-point jumper off the front of the rim. Fall over to Maddock, and you would expect that that'll do it for this contest, as Sargent County doesn't seem to be playing the foul. Yep, that'll do it, as we were tied at 31 all. And since that point, 29-17 scoring advantage for the Wildcats over the Bulldogs, as they will remain undefeated and coming here on the road, defeating the Sargent County Bulldogs 60-48. We'll step aside and we'll be back with some post-game coverage here, as well as looking at our player of the game, and also quick little post-game, because I got to get over to Milner to set up for the boys contest starting at 4. So big win here on the road for the Wildcats, 60-48. We'll step aside.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
The Sargent Central Dollars for Scholars chapter is a nonprofit foundation that supports academic success in the community. The mission is to mobilize the community on behalf of post-secondary education success for the students. Dollars for Scholars chapters help hometown students achieve their educational goals by raising scholarship funds, establishing endowments, and more. For more information, scan the QR code on screen or stop by the Sargent Central School District.
This game is brought to you in part by Dave and Jess Rasmussen family.
Sargent Central Public School, helping others create themselves things and opportunities. It's home to a variety of wonderful opportunities, including a 24/7, 365 community wellness center, a 3rd through 12th grade smart lab, free pre-kindergarten, 1-to-1 student devices, and 12 weeks paid parental leave. For more information, please visit sargentcentral.org. Good luck, athletes, and good luck, Sargent County Bulldogs. Together is Central.
60-48, the final score here as the Benson County Wildcats advance to 17-0 overall on the season, remaining undefeated, as they were led in scoring tonight by their junior guard, number 10, Aubrey Kenner. She finished with 17 points. Caitlin Maddock and Lacey Fouch both with 15, and then Addison Fall with 11 points, the 4 players in double figures. The lone other basket for the Wildcats belonged to Isabella Ingstrom with a bucket back in the first quarter, as the only other points for the Wildcats tonight. As for Sargent County, they were led in scoring by Emma Bixby. She had 14, Liliana Lee with 12, Carly Cadoon 10, Newstall and Sunquist 5, and Mallory Bogart with 2 to make up the 48 points for Sargent County. A big third quarter was the difference, as Benson County was able to outscore Sargent County 17-6. A big third quarter by Caitlin Maddock, the recipient of our Enbridge Player of the Game. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Make sure you visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. Not only did Caitlin Maddock have a big third quarter with those 8 points, scoring double figures, 1 of 4 players in double figures, but also the effort that she had not only pushing the ball up the floor, she did a good job getting steals and defensive rebounds to help lead into transition opportunities for her team. So our Enbridge Player of the Game, Caitlin Maddock. And I think when we look at just kind of the overall play of the game, I mentioned it during the 12-0 run for Benson County, and just kind of the subsequent run after that 15-4 scoring advantage. Turnovers were a big problem for Sargent County, and being able to hold on to the basketball and give themselves opportunities to try and whittle away at that deficit. So great job by Benson County, able to keep the pressure on and make it difficult for the Bulldogs to, reclaim a lead. They were down by 9, tied it up at 31, and then after that, Benson County goes on that big run. So great performance here on the road for the Wildcats. And for Sargent County, they fall to 10-6 overall on the season. They will travel to Rossholt on Monday to take on Tri-State before facing Shanley in the NDSCS Bonanza on Saturday. They'll end their season facing off against Lemoore, Litchville, Marion the following week. As for the Wildcats, they take on Mayport CG on Thursday for a chance to lock up the number 1 seed in District 4 play, as well as keep that undefeated season alive. They will then finish their season at home against TGU on Saturday. And lastly, let's take a look at our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game. Agassiz Precision Ag is your local precision planting dealer, servicing the entire Red River Valley and beyond. And for our Agassiz Precision play of the game, going to kind of take it a little bit different direction. Not going to give it one single play, but instead just the third quarter performance by our player of the game. Caitlin Maddox, she struggled from the three-point line back in the first half, but still was not scared to keep shooting and was able to connect with 2 threes as part of that big scoring run for the Wildcats to really help them come away with this 12-point victory on the road. So our Agassiz Precision Egg play of the game belongs to the third quarter performance by Caitlin Maddox. Want to thank everyone for tuning in here this afternoon. As I said, the boys basketball team for Sargent County is going to be playing over in Milner. So we'll leave here, tear down, and go get set up over there. And you can turn that one on here in about half hour to 45 minutes. We should have that action going. So make sure, Bulldogs fans, you tune into that one. And for Benson County fans, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you listening here on your live event. Behind the camera was Connor Olson, as well as Kinsey Olson, his older sister, able to help out when he had to leave for that game later on here this afternoon. Want to thank them for the help that they gave behind the camera. Make sure you head over to yourliveevent.com to see the scheduling for all upcoming games, as we're starting to not only get to district tournament time for girls coming up here shortly, but boys are starting to finish up their season. So make sure you check out the schedule for that action, and also just all of the remaining winter sports are really starting to kind of come to an end here. So make sure you head to yourliveevent.com to see all of the remaining action coming up throughout the area. I'm Nick Furch for you for your live event. Thank you all for tuning in this afternoon, and enjoy the rest of your day.